Friedel. Time to eat. I'm worried about Uncle Fritz. He should have been here yesterday. 33 years. 33 years. Where are you, Fritz? Why didn't you call? Tunis, why didn't he call?
I don't know, sir. Perhaps he changed his mind.
What? Changed his mind? How dare you? Fritz Buchmann and I were blood brothers.
I only meant that...
Silence! Well, go on, go on. Oh, Uncle Fritz. Uncle Fritz, I was worried. I wanted to try and sell just a few of these, but it's no good. Nobody's buying. What? I don't know. Maybe Christmas is dead. Oh, that's impossible. Really? Down below, I see bumper stickers saying, God is dead. Well, if God is dead, can Christmas be far behind? Fritz, please, don't worry. No, Willie. I found it again. Coming up the mountain. It's time I told you. When I'm gone, you'll be all alone in the world. An orphan. It's not easy for me to tell you this, but there are some things in the cellar in hiding. I hope you'll understand. There's a cross down there, too. I'd like it put over my last resting place. Yeah, of course, but... No, listen. You see, Billy, your real name is not Katzenmacher. You'll find your papers with my things in the cellar. Your father died in the war. He was quite a famous man, but his name was not Katzenmacher. Then you mean to tell me that you're not really my uncle? No. That's why I always told you to stay up here on the mountain and would never let you go down into the valley. I was afraid the people would make you unhappy. But why would they want to? Because father's real name was Adolf.
reporters you've got to worry about.
Stop! Jonas, put that cigarette out! Good, Jonas. Very good. See, not everything changes. We are still in first-class condition.
Herr Ostermeier, are you deliberately attracting the neo-Nazis?
Young lady, as God is my witness, I would rather end my political career right here and now than accept the help of anyone who does not share our traditional German ideals.
Herr Ostermeier, and yet Herr Hausner, your local party secretary, claimed
I'm
that...
sorry, my dear, but Herr Ostermeier is already late for his next appointment.
But isn't it true that...
The young lady is perfectly entitled to ask whatever she wants.
Unfortunately, we really are running late.
What a man.
It's a sentimental fool.
Did you see what that Abe Müller did to that woman? Those idiots in Hausner's Defense League could lose us this election.
I don't think one slightly bruised reporter makes that much difference.
I hope you are right. By the way, what exactly did Hausner say?
What does Hausner always say?
But how did he put it on this occasion?
He said that only Germany could cure the world.
Cure? Of what?
Democracy.
He's quite right, of course. But he shouldn't keep saying it so loudly.
Find Buchmann, and we find Adolf Hitler's son. Find Hitler's son. Present him to the German people. And with one stroke, Julius, we put an end to 30 years of shame and injustice. Germany will once again take its rightful place in the world.
Still at it, huh? After 30 years. Still pursuing this ridiculous wild goose chase for our Führer's son? 30 years?
30 years or 300, it makes no difference. I shall never give up. And neither would Buchmann. He was loyal and steadfast in everything he did.
I left the radio and TV reports on your desk, sir.
Believe me, Sommer, if Hausner didn't control Müller and the rest of that lunatic branch of the party, I'd get rid of him like a shot.
No. When we win the election, we can have them all locked up. In the interest of public safety.
All?
If necessary.
I still think this one gives me more authority.
No. That one is strictly for the ex-Wehrmacht votes. But we've got those idiots already sewn up. Right now you should concentrate on the younger generation.
What do you think?
No. I think you better stick to the first version.
Imagine. That clown Hausner. Spending 30 years of his life looking for Hitler's son.
I guess that keeps him off the street. Anyway, better than finding him.
God forbid.
He wants... Frieda, Gertrud, Gertrud, Frieda, Edeltraut, Dagmar, Dagmar, Kleinhammer, Dagmar Kleinhammer, Kleinhammer! I've got it! I have him, Tunis! I have him! You're in the mountains, Fritz! In the mountains!
What's your name?
Billy?
Billy what?
I don't know. My uncle left me this, but I can't read.
Can't read?
No. Can you?
Yes.
What does it say?
Born Berlin, February 1944. Hitler. Your name is Wilhelm Hitler.
Hitler? Was that my father's name too?
That's right. Adolf. Adolf Hitler.
Adolf. Did you know him?
Oh. I've heard of him somewhere. Wasn't he the... No. He wasn't from around here, I'd know. When did he die?
Uncle Fritz said he died in the war, and now I'm an orphan.
Do you have any money?
No.
Good. You should go to the post office and ask for a pension. The war orphan's pension.
War orphan's pension?
That's right. Go in there. Good luck. Goodbye.
We're closed. Can you read?
No. All right. What is it you want?
I would like to apply for the war orphan pension.
Left it a bit late, haven't you? Did your father die in active service? Let's see your birth certificate. Papers, boy. Don't you have any papers? Okay.
Father's Nagel.
I've been a postmaster here for 20 years. Before that, assistant postmaster for 20. And before that, a postman. In 2 years, I get my pension. Take your papers to Munich. They'll know what to do. But not here. Not here. Out. Out. Oh, there's lots of people with scars around here. I've got to myself.
He used to have a woman who lived in these mountains. A creature called Dagmar.
Dagmar, yes.
You know this woman.
Well, yes, but I wasn't the only one. There was the She doesn't. What? For 26 years already.
Did she have a friend called Fritz?
Fritz, of course. Fritz came right after Karl Heinz.
Where does he live?
Where does who live? Buchtmann! Who was Buchtmann? I was talking about Katzenmacher. Fritz Katzenmacher.
All right then, Fritz Katzenmacher. Where does he live?
On the mountain.
Last will and testament of Fritz Buchmann. Whoever finds this will find my adopted nephew, Wilhelm, who is my sole heir. The sacred trust of looking after him must pass now to you. He can neither read nor write. By keeping him ignorant, I have tried to keep him innocent. I realize now the terrible mistakes I made in the past. Everything I ever did for the Third Reich was wrong. In repentance, Fritz Buchmann.
Oh, my God.
Yes, sir. Find anything?
Nothing in here, sir. It's deserted.
Is human to forgive divine. Damn nonsense to put on a soldier's grave.
Maybe a change of heart. Change of heart? You know, he was sorry about something.
Sorry? What the devil did he have to be sorry about? What? Did Buchmann have a child?
No, he wasn't married. Dolly died before they could get spliced down.
Was never seen with a child, never spoke of one?
No, I mean, well, not unless...
Unless what?
That's a long time ago. But sometimes he used to come down to the village and buy...
And buy? Buy what?
Children's clothes.
What did you say?
It was quite harmless. I mean, sexually.
Silence! When was this? When?
Well, why are you shouting at me like that? I haven't done anything. I'm innocent.
Innocent? Nobody's innocent. What do you imagine you are innocent of, eh? Tell me about it, old man. Tell me.
A boy.
A boy?
The mountains.
From the mountains?
Birth certificate.
Birth.
Wilhelm.
And you sent him away to Europe? You sniveling, cretinous old fool! You're a disgrace to your country!
I am not. I'll have you know, I fought at Stalingrad. I've always done my duty.
If you'd really done your duty at Stalingrad, you'll still be there.
are you, deaf? Christmas is a long way off. You crazy terrorist! First you hijack planes and now me!
Buddy, you're some kind of foreign worker. That's right. Foreigners.
Drive you back to Witted, Mexico.
May I have?
I thought I would like a sausage.
Yes, sausage. Have you got a reservation, sir? A reservation? Oh, you have no reservation. I'm so sorry, sir. But you see, we are quite unusually busy. I have so much to do. Go to McDonald's for a hamburger. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
No, it's our general's neighbor, Gernheim. If he ever finds out what Hausner's up to, he's going to stop the money at source. You better hurry and get
We meet, Bernhard tries to kick me into marriage. The man's obsessed. But useful.
Yes, come in. They're extremely punctual, sir.
I did not want to keep you waiting, sir.
Ostermeyer coming over here?
No. I do not want to bother him with the administrative side of the party.
I see. The administrative side. You know, somehow, I wonder sometimes if Ostermeyer bothers enough about his image. The proper image is very important, though. The public man, not only as far as appearances are concerned, though mind you, these are very, very important too. Very important. No, he should inspire them by his own image. Be industrious, diligent, and thrifty. And this is how I brought up my daughter, Valeska. By giving a good example myself. Sommer, Ostermeyer should get married.
have you been incarcerated somewhere?
In what?
In prison or something. Well, where do you come from, dear boy?
Stop! Go back. Not so far, you idiot! Not so far! Well, go on, go on. Now, concentrate, Tunis. Imagine that child 30 years older.
Looks pretty bad to me.
Look. Smiling.
Of course he is smiling. You have scrambled his brains. He will need surgery.
$50 marks? Where do you get good brain surgery for 50 marks?
It's all I've got with me.
Very beautiful. And soft.
Let's go. Get out if possible. Help.
Where are they taking you? Don't worry, dear. We'll look after him.
Concentrate, Tunis. This is useless. We're simply wasting time.
Perhaps you should try some of the beer jealous.
Our Lord Hitler didn't drink. I think it highly unlikely that his son will conduct himself like a lumpen proletariat.
No, of course not. His dad did do a bit of speaking in places like that, didn't he?
Sir! Sir! Go get the car!
Hey, Gottfried, let's hear it for Willy Hitler.
What do you want us to play?
The barnballer was always your dad's favorite, wasn't it? Sure it was. Did you hear that? Make it the barn one and give it all you've got.
Ricky, I will push that Hitler joke too far.
But it is true, I can show you.
Listen, that man got a lot of good people killed. One of them was my brother.
Father killed your brother?
He went right through the war. France, Italy, Russia. He collected a whole bunch of medals. Then they shot him.
Shot my father?
No, for Christ's sake. My brother.
Who shot your brother?
Your father's military police.
Why?
He just didn't want to go on fighting, that's all. So they killed him. Huh?
Don't understand.
Oh, it's all right, darling. It was a long time ago.
Back that way.
That's enough of that. Get him there, chicken. Get him out of here.
We didn't order that stuff.
who it is.
Hitler, of course. Willy Hitler.
That's right, that little guy in the uniform. So where is he?
He went to the men's room.
Right.
Hey, Willy, give me a hand. Willy, come on. Up.
All right, Mr. Hitler, you can come out now. I want 123 marks.
How much does this man owe you?
123 marks.
Hey.
Hello. Could you tell me where I could spend the night?
Move it up against the wall. That's it.
Date and place of birth.
Berlin, February 22nd, 1944.
Christian name.
Wilhelm.
Father's name.
Adolf.
Family name.
Hitler.
So, you think you can make jokes at my expense, do you?
Please. It really is not a joke.
Dirty conspiracy directed against me.
You?
Yes, me. Trying to embarrass me just because I did my duty as a judge during the Third Reich. And let me tell you, if Adolf Hitler really had had a son, he wouldn't have been the pathetic travesty of a human being you are. Man is clearly in need of psychiatric treatment. I'm going to send you for observation. Long observation. To the county mental hospital.
So you are the new boy, are you? My name is Dr. Tutka. I'm going to help you get better. So if you want anything, just ask.
Why am I wearing this thing?
So you won't hurt yourself.
But why would I want to hurt myself? I don't want to hurt myself.
And we don't want you to hurt yourself either. So now there's really no way you can hurt yourself, understand?
No, I don't understand.
Exactly, that's why you're here. Well, now I expect you're feeling hungry, aren't you?
No, not really.
Come along now, Mr. Hitler. Time for things.
One for uncaring, one anti-caprice, and one for daddy.
Listen to this. An unemployed woodcarver, claiming to be Adolf Hitler's son, was brought before the magistrate's court yesterday on a charge of vagrancy. He was commended better to the state mental institution for observation. Maybe somebody should tell Hausner.
You had better pray they don't.
Now, since you've all been such good boys this week, as a special treat, you get to play football again. Happy? Now, I don't want to have to tell you again. You have to play with the feet and the head, but not the hands. You understand? Head, 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 head. Okay.
A pleasure, Dr. Woodcomer.
I was delighted to get your call, Hausner. It's always gratifying when gentlemen from the political world take an interest in my work.
We tend to favor the so-called gentle approach, no good being soft.
Of course, as for actual surgery, we indulge in that so rarely now that I'm afraid my surgical technique is really
Out of play! No, no, no! With the hands! With the hands! Come on, take it with the hands! Take it! Take the ball, you clown! With the hands! Go and play with the hands! With the hands! Why didn't you stop it? What's the point? What's the point? It's a game, you fool. Don't you understand? It's a game. It's a game!
These unfortunate people come in here without knowing who they are. They lack a sense of identity. We give them one.
Give them one?
Yes. We believe that the playing out of roles has an important therapeutic effect. So when one of our guests lacks the imagination to find a role for himself, we select one for him. And the patient accepts of a role without resistance. Sometimes we have to apply a certain degree of persuasion. Here, for instance, we have a guest who insists he's perfectly sane, not even disturbed. We thought the role of Richard Nixon might be fascinating.
Do you have anything more local?
Local. I take it you mean European.
Yes, we are in Europe.
Ah, yes. How about Mussolini?
Well, that's good, yes. That's in the general area. Something just a little north. That?
Stalin?
Yes, very few. Not east. I said north, just a little north.
North of Mussolini. Ah, yeah. Freud.
Munich.
Sigmund.
Munich.
Munich. Adolf Hitler.
Hitler? What made you think of a man like that? Now, that would be interesting if you had someone who thinks he might be Hitler.
Where is he?
What do you think?
Words fail me.
Well, thank you. Seeing our new Fuhrer sitting there is reward enough for me.
Check the watermark, the official stamp. It's genuine, all right.
Well, thank you, Tunis. I think it would be better if you took our new Fuhrer to my bedroom and see that he's comfortable there.
The big hammer.
What do you think? The mental hospital.
I can hardly wait for the convention when our new Fuhrer will make the keynote speech.
He will speak before me.
Instead of.
Thank you very much. Good night, everyone.
Like father, like son.
I think that makes everything quite clear, don't you?
What are we going to do?
Something drastic.
So, now I will bid you good night.
Aren't you going to read me anything?
Read? Our bookman read to you in the evenings, did he? Yes. Yes, perhaps that's a very good idea. I imagine you know this by heart, but I don't think it ever quite loses its appeal. Mein Kampf by Adolf. Author's preface. On the 1st of April, 1924, I commenced a sentence of imprisonment in Landsberg that had been handed down by the Munich Federal Court. What?
Telephone, please, sir.
Ah, Dennis, you may read to the Fuhrer.
Is that my dad? Of course. I thought he would be different. Nicer. Nicer? No. Different, yes.
Good morning, Father. I'm sorry I'm late.
Which is presumably why you didn't have time to get dressed.
I thought you'd like this.
This time of day, you're not some kind of nightclub hostess, are you?
Good morning, my Fuhrer. A splendid day, eh? Today I think we should go to the tailor's.
Who's this lady?
Oh, that's Miss Gernheim. Now, with your permission. Extraordinary. Quite extraordinary. It is splendid. Splendid. A veritable chip of the old block, if I may say so. That was one of your father's gestures. Remember it.
These schizophrenics can be very dangerous. He's already convinced Herr Hausner that he's Hitler's son.
Treat him as if he really were.
Oh, yes. Treat him as if you really were. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And when you deliver him to the asylum, say nothing.
Yes, sir.
Nothing.
No, sir.
Wilhelm, a leader must look the part. So we shall dress you accordingly. Not today, madam.
No deals in our government. What's that, sir?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. We'd like a new outfit for this young man.
Yes, sir. I think we can show the gentleman something appropriate. Don't you, Herr Borger?
Absolutely, Huxley, absolutely. If I may suggest, I recommend something sober, yet reasonably assertive.
Of course, sir.
poster, the bill.
Send it to the NEIN party headquarters.
Yes, Lord Congress, sir.
I'm Fuhrer. Tunis is waiting downstairs. Mind you don't get lost. Well, come along, man, if you want to get paid. Right turn, mind the left. Ah, left, 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 right, left.
Defense League. Attack.
What is it? Everything's set for the meeting, sir.
Everything?
Checklist. Uniforms?
All pressed.
Boots?
Polished.
Gloves?
Yes, sir.
Flags and posters?
In place.
Music?
Traditional.
Following orders?
Strictly.
100% attendance? %% attendance.
Wolfgang.
What is it with Wolfgang?
Wolfgang can't. He can't? It's not my fault. He can't because of a car accident.
This time he has to.
He was killed in the car accident.
How many times did I tell you this man is totally unreliable?
When you meet the men of the NEIN Defense League, you will be convinced that the spirit of your father is still very much alive.
The Defense League. Who are they defending themselves against?
Everybody else. I have arranged that you should inspect the Defense League's Guard of Honor and then give a little speech.
Me?
Yes. Yes, I have taken the liberty of jotting something down. I think you'll find it appropriate.
That is interesting.
And which part appeals to you most? Ah, yes. Yes. He who wants to save his people can only allow himself to think heroically. Your father's own words on April the 20th, 1937. Shoo! Shoo!
Excuse me, that was the first exercise.
Fighting men, old and young. We are gathered to celebrate the anniversary of our NEIN Defense League. And I have a great gift for you. Wilhelm Hitler, our new Fuhrer and the son of Adolf Hitler himself, is amongst us. Our new Fuhrer will be addressing you in person.
I would just... I would like you to know this is the first speech that I have ever made. My Uncle Fritz used to say that there is more than one way to skin the cat. So, because I know that this is some kind of an anniversary for you, I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. My Uncle Fritz once told me that my father once told him that if you go on telling people something long enough, they will eventually believe you. I'm not so sure about that. I would just like to say, I hope you all have a very happy day.
Everything I ever did for the Third Reich was wrong, in repentance, Fritz Buchmann. This is the worst thing that's happened to me since Stalingrad.
Good night,
Isn't Mr. Harsner going to read to me tonight?
Don't think so.
Mr. Tunis?
Yes?
I'm sorry I cannot read.
Oh, that's all right. Lots of important people couldn't read. Good night.
Good night. Well, like who?
Like who what?
Like who else could not read?
What about Attila the Hun? He couldn't read. Then there was my brother Rob. He was another one. Never could get the hang of it. Einstein. Albert Einstein. Very slow man.
Was Mr. Hausner disappointed in them too?
Oh, yes. Very. Especially that fellow Einstein. Oh, good night.
Good night.
You are an idiot, aren't you? Yes, sir. An incompetent idiot. Yes, sir. Totally incompetent, sir. Yes, well, if you and that scratching Gunther can't even carry out a simple kidnapping, we will just have to find someone who can. Yes, sir. And furthermore, if you can't even... Yes, sir. But I haven't finished.
Never mind. You can forget about our little kidnapping.
Forget?
Yeah. I believe our friend Hausner is about to shoot himself.
Well, that would be nice. But why?
He's just had something of a shock. It seems our new Führer can't read.
can't read.
Not a word. He's totally illiterate.
Illiterate? Well, his father wasn't exactly an intellectual giant, but he would certainly speak. How that man would speak. He can still talk, can't he? Talk, speak. The boy can still speak.
Certainly. What do you mean?
Despair!
Et tu, Fuhrer? This is no time for recriminations. The boy will make the keynote speech at the convention, and he will take over the leadership of the party. Hard, damn hard. But we shall teach him, Tunis. We shall teach him at other cost. Everything. Speech, movement, political science, political history, how to conduct himself at an interview. If necessary, we shall even teach him to read.
In 3 days?
In 3 days.
Fuhrer. I just don't think I would know what to do.
Don't give it a second thought. I shall tell you what to do.
All the time?
Every step of the way.
I've seen from the house over there.
Yes, I know.
I must give you back your money.
Money. Who are you? Oh, I see. Oh, I'm so glad you went. But really, you don't have to give it back.
Oh, but I must.
The only trouble is I don't have it. Anyway, I would give it back if I would ever get any more. Is all of this yours?
My father's.
Memo to the board of directors. It has come to my attention that there's been a great deal of absenteeism.
That might prove it more embarrassing. The trouble is, you see, we have to keep his name a secret.
What the devil do you mean by we? I don't even know him.
I said we, because if his name or any of this were to get out, it could destroy both of us.
One of us is entirely without influence. What name could possibly do us any harm?
Adolf Hitler.
Now, if that's supposed to be a joke, I must tell you, I find it extremely well-fixed. Are you trying to tell me that little greatness is some kind of relation?
Yes. He's Adolf Hitler's son. Would you like to see the birth certificate?
Couldn't we get rid of him in some way?
We've tried. There have been certain difficulties. However, I think if you could persuade Valeska to have this.
Persuade? She will do as she is told. And the sooner we get rid of that sex maniac, the better.
It's just that Herr Hausner keeps trying to teach me to do things.
You can't do them?
Of course I can do them. I just do not want to.
Well, you show me what he wants you to do, and I'll take you for a nice drive in
Pay attention. I want to inform you of some very important matters. Wir wollen gemeinsam den deutschen Menschen erziehen und festigen und zum Schultern tragen. Den deutschen Staat, das deutsche Reich. Es lebe die nationalsozialistische Bewegung. Es lebe Deutschland. Als abgezogen!
He can do it, Tunis. I saw him. He can do it.
Valeska, is your father still upset with you?
No. Why?
Oh, I don't know, but you look angry.
I am.
Mueller's men. Tell them I want Wilhelm found and brought back here before dark. Yes, sir. Put that cigarette out.
And I never saw you again.
Just go away somewhere? Together?
Amy, that's a wonderful idea. What would we live on? Very impractical. Well, I'm not sure exactly, but I mean, everyone always says that. Look, I'll just go and pay for the breakfast.
What do you want?
We are looking for Hitler. Willy Hitler.
Hitler? I never want to hear that name again. Hitler. Never. 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 Who is he?
Is everything all right?
I think we can assume that the young Fuhrer is bouncing about in his pet cell again now.
It was a very short career.
But then that's politics, eh?
Stop, do this! Go back! Hurry, man! There he is. Ah, Fuhrer. So, here you are, young man. Who are these creatures?
We found him, sir. We found him, brought him here, we're safe.
Good. Very good. Tunis, see that they're suitably rewarded. Well, now, I must admit I was a bit anxious when you ran off with that young woman the other day, but I imagine that little episode is over now, eh? Shall we go?
Why did you try to make her take me back to that asylum?
What? Asylum? What are you talking about?
Father? Herr Ostermeyer?
Ostermeyer? Why didn't I see it? Wilhelm, on my honor as a soldier, I knew nothing about this. Nothing.
We've been looking for you everywhere.
I shall have to deal with this immediately. I'll be back in time to take you to the convention. Ah! Tunis, you have just 2 hours to familiarize the Fuhrer with the keynote speech. Do try not to disappoint me.
They want you to make a speech. Is that right?
Of course. When we've won the election, Willie's going to be the new Fuhrer.
Did you hear that, guys? Willie's going to be a politician, and we're going to be rich. Listen, when he is a Führer, he could make me his foreign minister.
Foreign minister?
Sure, like the guy used to be for his father. I could do the same, travel around the world and tell the people what to do, huh?
Suppose they don't like being told what to do.
Well, that's easy. You tell them your patience is exhausted. Either they get into line, or you send in the troops and crack a few skulls.
I could be Minister of War.
Defense. They call it defense now.
What's the difference? If Mr. Hausner thinks he can be the Führer, let's give it a try, huh?
Ostermeister, please give me the routine about Germany's destiny. Blah, 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 blah.
That's right, France. You tell them. Long live Germany! Pretty good, huh?
Terrific. So spontaneous.
Hello, Hamish, baby. Did your Führer show up yet? Unfortunately not.
What a shame. Oh, we military men learn to accept these temporary setbacks. We've been betrayed.
We've got to learn the speech, Willie. Yeah. Now, here's how it goes. For 33 years now, we have had to listen patiently while our national heroes were abused by foreigners. Do you want to try that?
For 33 years, we've had to listen.
Oh, no. What kind of delivery that's supposed to be? Listen, for 33 years.
No, it's not 33 years now, for Christ's sake.
It's 33 years.
What does he mean, national heroes abused by others? Who is he talking about?
I guess Mr. Hauser means your father.
My father got a lot of people killed, didn't he?
I guess you could say that.
And a lot of the people who worked for my father, they also got...
Yeah, they got a lot of people killed, too. But that's the officers you're talking about. They're the ones who gave the orders. He had to carry them out.
No matter what.
You don't understand. That's the way it was.
Do you still want me to learn your speech?
I think you have to. For 33 years now, we have had to listen patiently while
And
our
it is the
national...
feelings of profoundly humble pride that I tell you, yes, much better. You are a good man, Franz. A very good man. Feelings of profoundly humble pride. Party and that's what idiots for chauffeurs. Hey, Bert! Good job! Anyone?
He's all set, sir. Word perfect.
I'm Fuhrer. They are waiting for you. One might even say history is waiting. sir. You'd better check that the new seating arrangements are fit. The rest of you go back to your normal duties. Fuhrer and I have some details to discuss. Eunice. For 33 years now, we have had to listen patiently while our national heroes were abused by foreigners. And then again, for 33 years now, we have been loyal.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going over to a live transmission of the NEIN election meeting in the Bavaria Hall, where Herr Franz Ostermeier will be making the keynote speech.
Thank you, Marianne Hoffmann in the studio. Here at the Bavaria Hall, the atmosphere is charged with anticipation.
Is Herr Ostermeier being so late?
Oh, there you are. Mr. Ostermeier in his dressing room. Why not? Then you cannot introduce him, can you? Precisely so, precisely. This is one of the truly great days in our country's history. In 1 minute, Wilhelm Hitler, the son and heir of our great Fuhrer Adolf Hitler, will appear before you in person. And his magic words will rekindle the sacred flame of Germany's destiny.
This is insane. You're going to get yourself into terrible trouble.
Shut up.
For 33 years had to listen patiently while our national heroes were abused by foreigners.
Long live Germany. You tell him, Franz.
For 33 years now, 33 years. It's a long time. It is perhaps longer than many of you down here can even remember.
That's not the speech.
It is certainly a lot longer than I can remember. Herr Hausner, these gentlemen, they want us to look back that far, to try to look back to what they call their good old days. Well, if their good old days meant kissing girls, sitting in the sunshine, we'd be all for it, wouldn't we? But from what I've heard, the good old days meant mostly people being fenced in behind barbed wire and guns and bombs and a lot of dying. The good old days don't sound that good to me. And these gentlemen want to start the whole thing all over again. If I were you, I would get out of these silly clothes, try to find somebody nice, start worrying about our own good old days. You know, my Uncle Fritz used to say that if you can't say anything nice about somebody, don't say anything. I'm not going to say a word about my father, except perhaps that if everything that I've heard about him is true, I'd really rather I'd never had a father at all. Thank you. And good night.
Places. Don't get excited. Don't panic.
Trying to discredit the NEIN party. What about Hitler's son? Hitler's son?
I'm sorry, but you've got to be kidding. Hitler's son?
Wait here, I'll get the car. Muller. Look, fellas, I'm sorry about that. We always fought for the same thing, haven't we?
Yeah, but not today, buddy.
Tunis.
They say old soldiers never die. Not true.
Decided to die like an officer and a gentleman. Do you have a gun?
Sommer. Can I help you? I wish you would. You sure it works now? Absolutely. Thank you very much.
They don't make them like that anymore.
Wenn der Führer says he is the master race, we right in the Führer's face, not too long. The Führer is a great disgrace, so we right in the Führer's face. Wenn der Führer says he owns the Führer's face, we right in the Führer's face, not too long. The Führer is a great disgrace, so we right in the Führer's
You're right, Friedel. I'm afraid it's time to eat again.
You do anything to keep our Fuhrer happy, sir.
We do our best, Jodel. We all try to do our best.